Welcome, my fellow aquanauts, to another episode of Think Ocean. My name is Captain John, your host. Now, in this epic episode, we're going to go diving down to about 100 feet into a deep sea cave. This reef area is patrolled by Grey Reef Sharks. And in the fall, these sharks give birth to juveniles that like to congregate in this deep sea cave that I'm going to take you to. It's backdropped by spectacular, beautiful, big arch. You're going to love the scenery. Now remember this before we get into the video, which is going to happen right now. Every dark cloud has a silver lining, and every silver lining has a touch of gray. These are juvenile gray reef sharks, and they're about 3 to 6 months old. The female gray reef sharks give live birth to 1 to 6 pups after a 12 to 14 month gestation period, with the females maturing slowly at about 7 to 8 years old and giving birth every other year, making population recovery difficult. Their lifespan is about 15 to 25 years. The females will max out in size at about 4 to 5 feet, and the males will max out in size slightly larger at about 5 to 6 feet. The largest ever recorded was 8.5 feet. Grey reef sharks are found all throughout the Indo-Pacific, and Hawaii is located on the eastern edge of the Indo-Pacific. These sharks are known for their gray color, their broad snout, their large eyes, and that distinctive band on their tail fin. They like reef areas that are close to deep drop-offs. And on the other side of that arch, it drops off steeply to about 300 to 400 feet. And they like strong currents, which you can see by the particles in the water moving swiftly by. The current was cranking that day, to be sure. Cute little guys, aren't they? I know, they're absolutely adorable. Now folks, if you're enjoying this video, I request that you give it a thumbs up, please. And if you can, subscribe to this channel. Both those things would go a long way in helping us promote this channel, Think Ocean. If you can, leave a comment and share this video with others that are interested in learning about the marine environment. Now I have a new book out, it's entitled Full Ahead. You can go to the link in the description of this video and see my new website. It's called We Think Ocean, and you can purchase my book directly from there. And I promise if you stick around to the end, I have a beautiful surprise that I discovered on this dive that I filmed that you're going to absolutely love. Now, let's get back into the water and discover more about these gray reef sharks here in Kona, Hawaii. Not all the sharks in the cave were juveniles. A few were fully grown adults. And what surprised me one particular day was a white-tip reef shark that you can see here swimming amongst the pack of other gray reef sharks. By day, these sharks are social, congregate in groups. As a matter of fact, leave me a message in the comments and I will connect you with their social media platforms. But at night, they are fierce predators, hunting alone on bony fish, squid, and crustaceans, like lobsters. Yum! Their scientific name is, well, that's a bit difficult to pronounce, so it's posted here for you to read. These sharks are a key species in the reef ecosystem, as are all sharks. They keep the reefs clean and healthy by eliminating diseases and viruses that can spread out of control throughout the food chain. They also keep other marine species populations in check from overpopulating and dominating the reef in a negative way. Due to their slow reproductive rate and their near-shore habitats, these sharks are vulnerable to overfishing and coastal pollution. So let's respect the sharks and learn to live with them so that we can share in their beautiful underwater world for generations to come. Now that was some amazing, beautiful footage of those juvenile Grey Reef Sharks down in that deep sea cave. As I mentioned earlier, I got a surprise for you here at the end of the video. But first I want to let you know that at Think Ocean, we've been following along and observing corals for the last 10 years here in Kona. You can follow along some of our other videos. They're all entitled State of Coral, which is Hawaii, here on this YouTube channel, and see the progression of certain coral heads. Are they healthy? Are they thriving? What's going on with them? Some we started out, they were this big. 10 years later, they're this big, the very same piece of coral. You're going to love that footage. You're going to love that progression over the last 10 years. We've been observing and following corals. So please see our other videos entitled The State of Coral, Hawaii. Now, as mentioned, I'm going to give you a pleasant surprise. I was pleasantly surprised when I came up out of the sea cave at about 60 feet. There was these big, huge pieces of coral that were very healthy. Fossillipora corals rondis. That's a mouthful. Common name is elkhorn coral or staghorn coral. They were very big, there was a lot of them, and they were all covered with the most beautiful, colorful, tropical reef fish you could ever imagine. Now folks, I want to say one more thing before we get to the footage. Keep yourselves clean and healthy, keep the oceans clean and healthy, and as always, stay safe in the water. Aloha.